Hey guys, it's William with Scamming Scammers and Facebook page Scamming Scammers Action, and we're going to do our live stream tonight or today, this afternoon, morning, whatever it is in your country. I'd like to thank everybody who's going to join us. Hopefully, we can have a little informal Q&A and maybe call some scammers and see how things go. I'm going to give people a little bit of time to get into the chat and join us, and then I will start calling some scammers. I've spent about the last 2 hours chatting with a few fake profiles on Tagged and the other social site High Five. So hopefully, I've got two scammers using fake profiles that want Betty to call. So we'll be doing that. But thanks everyone for joining me tonight. Hopefully, Anne will join us in the chat, and if things get a little slow, she may give us a ring. But as I said, I'll be calling a couple scammers, and then if you guys have any questions or want to ask anything, whatever you guys want to do, just write it in the chat, and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. But I'm doing a live stream a little bit earlier than I usually do. It's 5 o'clock here. I figured I had a lot of people on the East Coast say, "Hey, you do your live streams a little too late for me. Can you do it early?" And so I'm doing one now. So if it goes well, we'll start to do some more live streams a little bit earlier in the afternoons and the evenings instead of so late at night, and we'll probably do a couple at night as well. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I will read your comments and questions in the chat as time goes on. I have not made a story with that yet. Hi, everybody, for coming in. So, just to fill you in, we have a scammer that I met as Betty on Tagged. He claims he is from Poland. Of course, you know he's not from Poland. He's using a very popular stolen picture of a doctor, I believe. And so we're going to try and give him a call. Hopefully, he'll answer. If he doesn't answer and you guys have phone numbers you'd like me to try and call, by all means, please drop them and I will try to call them. So, just to recap, we're going to be calling this gentleman who wanted Betty to call him. He is claiming to be from Poland, I believe, living in the U.S. from Poland, but is doing something somewhere. So let's try and give him a call. He's been waiting for me to call him. So we'll see what he says, and I'll try to get the number up here. He is. He wrote and he said that he wrote a bunch of love poems. Great day, good morning. He says, "Can I please call you? I'd like to call you." He said, "Please remember that I am Polish, so I have a Polish accent. I hope we can talk on the phone." And I told him I'd never called a Polish person before, but I do enjoy their sausages. So let's try to give this guy a call. And hopefully he answers. I've been chatting with him for an hour. Are you there? Okay, we got his voicemail. I'm gonna text him because he wanted me to call. He kept saying, "Call me, call me, call me." So we'll see if he prompts to call. We'll try call him in another minute or two. He's somebody on Tag that I've spoken with for the last hour who wanted me to call. So we're gonna try. We're gonna try to call him. If we can't get a hold of him, we'll just try another one. I've got hundreds of them. So hi, everyone who's joining the chat. Welcome. Thanks for coming. And I read some of the comments. I hope you guys are glad that I'm doing a little bit of an earlier live stream. I'm a night owl by nature, so this works for me as well. So I'm going to try calling this guy again and see if he will answer. He's begging me to call him, and now he's not answering, which is frustrating. Let's try calling him. answer. We're in his voicemail. All right, I'll try to call a different one. I've got a couple here. Um, but this guy was begging me to call him like half an hour ago. So let's see. Hi, everybody.
The text now subscribe.
Text now. I'm gonna try a couple, see if I can get a hold of somebody. This next one I'm gonna try to call. He kept texting my fake lady asking for he was having car trouble, and then I talked with other scammers, so I kind of left him for a couple days, and then he wanted to know what was going on, so I told him that our favorite old lady had broken her hips salsa dancing, and he's been texting with Kyle, so we'll see if we can get a hold of this guy. It's frustrating because we don't always get a hold of them, and it's hard sometimes to get a hold of these guys.
The person you are calling is currently.
All right, let's keep trying. If you guys have any phone numbers you want me to call, let me know, and I'll try calling them. This one, he wanted me to call, and when we call, he's not answering. So we'll keep trying, and if we can't get anybody, we can try again in a little while. I can answer your questions and stuff as well if you have any questions. Um, Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. How you doing?
Sorry, I missed the call earlier. I was on the phone.
Oh, that's okay, honey. I thought maybe you ran away.
Okay, I'm on my way home now.
Well, where you been?
I told you I'm at Ella, North Carolina. You forgot it so quick?
You said you what?
You said what? I can't hear you.
You said what?
You have said something before. What was it?
I said where'd you say you been, honey?
I'm driving home, so I have to stop by, talk to you.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm important. So, I'm looking forward to talking to you. So, tell me about yourself.
Are you back to the casino?
I just got home from the casino, honey. I was playing the big wheel and I won the big jackpot tonight. I'm so excited.
Congratulations, baby.
Oh, thank you. It wasn't much. I only won $10,000, but I knocked Bardine over and everything to get my jackpot. It was fun, but now I'm home and just talking to you, honey.
Okay, that's nice. I was wondering your text for days. What happened to you?
Well, I'm sorry I hadn't been able to text you, honey. What happened was I was running the Dyson vacuum across my shag rug, and I vacuumed up my damn phone charger, and I had to go get a new one, and I had a special order. The son of a bitch, oh goodness! So I couldn't charge my phone, honey. Are you mad at me?
No, I'm not. I was just wondering you.
Oh, I'm fine, honey. I just vacuumed up my phone charger. It just went burp burp, and the whole thing just went up in flames.
Okay, so yeah, you know,
I'm
have you had
home.
dinner?
Oh, I'm home, honey. I got a free meal at the casino. I had shrimp and lobster and steak
Yeah,
and
you took me down just now.
yeah, well, 'cause I won, I got free dinner at the casino. It was all you can eat shrimps.
Okay. So what you kind of doing with this one?
What am I gonna do with the money I won? I don't know, honey. Hell, I probably just put it in my purse. I mean, I don't really need it. I play the casino.
Why don't you go deposit them in the bank?
Why don't I what, honey?
Okay.
I can hear you. What?
Why don't you go deposit them in the bank? It's safe over there.
Honey, you sound like you got something in your mouth. What? Why don't I do what, honey?
I was asking why don't you go deposit them in the bank? It's safe over there.
I don't know, honey.
Okay. So what? You taking a shower?
What?
Are you taking a shower, baby?
I can barely hear you. Your phone sounds like it's ready to burst into flames.
Okay. I work rifle now. Can we test when I get home?
No, I'd rather talk on the phone, honey, 'cause I got the arthritis and I only got 3 fingers, so it's easier for me to talk on the phone.
You want to test? Okay, I'll test you once I'm home. I'll call you guys, okay?
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Shit. He's got a really bad connection, so he said he's gonna try and call me back. I told him that I won $10,000 at the casino, and I kept texting this to him earlier, and he kept saying, "Oh, well, what are you gonna do with the money?" So hopefully he calls me back. We'll give him a few minutes. His connection is really, really, really bad. So, but yeah, he's definitely Nigerian. He said he's a Polish doctor. That's definitely not someone from Poland. So, oh, hang on. He says, "Can you give me a few minutes and I will call you with a better connection?" Well, sure, of course. And he's asking for a photo, so I will send him a photo of our favorite lady. But yeah, he's definitely Nigerian, but his connection is really, really, really poor. So we'll give him a few minutes, let him call us back, and we'll go from there. So to answer somebody's question up earlier about all the fighting in Nigeria, do I think it's slowing down? Why my camera's so blurry? Hang on one sec. If I think it's slowing down the scammers, a little bit. I will say that because our scam page has not been super busy in the last 4 or 5 days. And I know Nigeria is having a ton of fighting, a ton of killings, and all this crazy stuff going on there. So to some degree, it is slowing a little bit down. But keep in mind that not all scammers are in Nigeria. Some of them are in Ghana. Some of them are in, Liberia, the Ivory Coast, India, Pakistan. So it's slowed down a few of the scammers, but there's you slow down 10, there's 40 more that come up. Tammy, to ask your question, yes, if a person doesn't want a video chat, it's a red flag. Everyone has a camera. You know what? I'm not a rich person by any means, and I'm sitting in my office desk, and I have 3 cameras right now. So if someone cannot video call, something's wrong. And really, in reality, if you think about it, if you're in a relationship with somebody online and you really want to get to know them, you want to be in a real relationship with them, you would find a way to video chat. If you have to borrow somebody's phone, or if you have to borrow, go down to the Starbucks and, hey, can I use your device? Where you would. So yeah, it's definitely. Linda Lou, you got a number? Let me copy that, and I'll try to call if this guy doesn't call back. This guy might call us back because he thinks I have all this money at the casino. So they love when you have money. Debbie, I do have a mute button. I do. I actually, when I was talking to him, I choked on an ice cube, and that's why I started coughing. So I do have a mute button, but I just, yeah, it happens. someone is chatting with me but can't video chat, that's a huge red flag. If they won't video chat with you, or if they say it's forbidden, or if they say their oil rig will blow up, it's a scammer. Just I would, if they won't video chat and they won't give you the time of day to video chat, get rid of them. So, words with scammers, words with friends. Yeah, the word game, words with friends. I call it words with scammers at this point. Words with friends, Scrabble, Go, Yahtzee, all of them are full of scammers. They're all over the place, unfortunately. So he texted me, said, "You are very beautiful. When are you calling me back?" He's gonna call back in a few minutes. He just he has to get to a better network or something. He's got crap network, so. They do have a distinct accent, and what's funny is a lot of people come to us and say, "Hey, how did that person not know they were Nigerian?" Well, in reality, if you really think about it, depending on where in the world you live, like for me, for example, the only Nigerians I've ever talked to in my whole life have been on the internet. I've never talked to a Nigerian in person up until just very recently. I worked with a gentleman from Sudan for many, many years. He was my boss, and he was just an awesome and amazing guy. But his accent was totally different than a Nigerian, of course. So a lot of people haven't talked to people from that part of the country. Or if you think about it too, like this guy is saying he's from Poland. If you've never talked to somebody from Poland, you really don't know how they sound. And granted, you can Google and YouTube what a Polish person sounds like, but he said, "I'll call you in just a minute." Okay. I'll ask him how many minutes. He said he's on his way home. He's probably looking for a better connection, so we'll see what happens. Gene, why do they sound Jamaican too? There's a lot of scammers in Jamaica that scam. Jamaican tends to do Publishers Clearinghouse scams, lottery scams, things like that. So that a lot of those type of scams, Social Security scams, IRS scams, a lot of scammers in Jamaica will do that type of scam rather than a romance scam. We've only caught a couple of Jamaicans doing actual fake profile romance scams. They mainly do the contest ones. Where's Kyle? Kyle is here. Kyle might call another scammer in a few minutes. We have another scammer on hold. I'm waiting for him to call me. He thinks that Betty is in the hospital, and so he's trying to get Kyle to give him money. So I'm trying to get a hold of him too. Let's say I was told he couldn't call or video chat because of security. I found the real army guy. Told someone who's using your photos. Yeah. I mean, if they're telling you they can't video chat because of security, or that they're on an oil rig and the oil rig is going to blow up, it's just crap. It's just an excuse. So. Oh, he says he can't call for half an hour. Oh, can I try calling you now? I'm not waiting a half an hour. I'll try calling him. I don't have an hour to wait. We don't have an hour.
Are you there? Are you there?
He's trying so hard. He's outside somewhere, and he said, "Oh, I want to talk to you." So, thank you for one of my favorite bands. Let me try calling a different one and see. Actually, I'll try calling that number that one person gave me real quick and see if we can get a hold of him. He goes, "Don't worry, I'm going to call you as soon as possible." No, I'll call someone else. We'll try calling this 334 number that. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for the nice words.
The Text Now subscriber you were trying to
Text now. Try calling a couple of them and see. It's tough when they don't answer or they have a bad connection. Words with Scammers, yeah. It's definitely a new one.
The person you are calling.
Text now. A lot of them are free voicemail numbers that they use. I'll try calling this other one. Man, it's frustrating when you can't get a hold of them. We'll give it a few minutes. I'll try again. It's frustrating. To answer your question, Gene, they do cut it out. It depends on where they're from. Like in Nigeria, the internet connection can be very, very poor. It's hard for them to stay connected. They break up a lot, and that's the hard part. Scammer from Ghana. Ghana has a really, really great internet connection. A lot of their internet is connected through the UK, through Britain and that, so they have like a really, really stronger internet connection than Nigeria. So unfortunately, it can be hard to get a hold of some of these guys. Linda, I'll try. U.S. Army guy from California in Somalia fighting ISIS. Okay. The weather conditions. Well, the weather conditions where I live is very cold, and we're going to get quite a bit of snow tonight. So let's try the Army guy in Syria. I don't know if he'll answer, or Somalia. We'll try. I'll try calling that other guy back in a minute as well. If we can't get a hold of anybody, that's okay. We can try again later as well. So this is the phone number Linda gave us.
And forwarded to voicemail. Please leave a message at
Voicemail. We'll try calling that first guy back that we had a voice chat with earlier and see if he answers. He wants to answer because he knows I have some money. So thank you. I've never been to New York, so thank you though. He's got his voicemail. We'll give it a little bit of time. Try calling him back. I'll try to fish for some more people as well. Bella, I've proven to my sister that her love is a scammer with your help, but she believes him. He told her pictures were stolen. What else can I do? He's bleeding her dry. It's hard because you can show people evidence. You can show victims, look, this is who you're talking to, and they still won't believe you because they're so brainwashed by these scammers. If he's draining her financially, the only step that I would recommend, you can call Western Union and MoneyGram and red flag her name so that she can't send money. If it gets to where he's taking everything she has, you can try getting a power of attorney and taking over her finances and just putting that she's not mentally capable. You can try. It's hard. We've had family members that have been in that situation, and that's what they've had to do. They've had to go ahead and tell an attorney that, hey, my family member is being brainwashed by a scammer. taking all the money, blah blah blah, and they've had success and some haven't. So it is frustrating. It is very frustrating. It's scammers. One thing that's brought up often is people say, how can people fall for scammers? And I said, well, they tell all the right words. So, if you're divorced and you haven't, had romance in your life, and all of a sudden you have this fake profile that's telling you you're beautiful, I love you, I want to be with you, here's some flowers, I'm thinking of you, it's very easy for people to fall into that emotional trap where they're constantly being groomed and emotionally manipulated by a scammer. And so that's how they do it. And a good subject was brought up. Tried to help a lady the other day. Oh, I think we got a call. No. And we tried to help her. And what was happening with her was she's in her mid 50s and she was talking to a early 20-year-old Nigerian guy who said, I'm going to be the love of your life. I'm going to be with you. His profile name was fake, but he was using his real photos and his real profile. And she's been sending him money. She's been buying him phones and all this stuff. And I said, she wants to bring him over to Australia. And I investigated him, and we looked at his name was fake on his profile. And he said the reason he did it was because scammers were pressuring him, which is BS. The name he's using on his profile is a popular fake name. We found evidence of him scamming. We found all kinds of stuff. She still didn't believe us. So, he's trying to call. So it can be frustrating to try and help people that don't want to be helped. He's trying to call. He says, "Can you call me now? I'm at the." Okay, oh, there we go. Takes a minute.
Are you there? I can't hear you.
How is it going with you? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What you doing?
I have a test. Okay, good.
Oh, okay. So what's going on, honey?
Nothing, just let me know. I'm glad to hear from you. So glad.
Oh, I'm so glad to talk to you too, sweetheart.
So how was the day? How did it go?
Oh, it was great, honey. I took my sister Bardine and we went to the casino and I won all that money and then we went out to the buffet and we did pretty good. I mean, she ate too many crab legs and threw up, but it was fun and we had a great time, honey. What are you doing?
Oh, that's nice. Are you still that? Are you still the same?
What?
You never made on time. Are you still the same over there?
Am
Are
I?
you still time?
Oh yeah, I'm still on tag, honey. I just ain't found me a good man yet. I mean, I enjoy talking to you, and you was telling me you're from Poland.
Yeah, I told you that. So
Wait,
I'm scary, but I left time ago. I was hoping to talk to you. So you're
oh,
not giving the opportunity.
well, I was hoping to talk to you too, sweetheart. I'm glad you. I'm going to leave the tag too, because I tell you what, there's too many creepers on that site. So yeah.
Yeah, that could also let the site. Now, okay, so we can get stuff better.
Oh yeah, I'll delete my name, honey. I'll do that tonight. I just wanted to talk to you now because my sister Bardine's gonna be coming over, so I just wanted us to have some private time.
Okay, baby. Where are you from?
I'm from Hankleville, Tennessee, honey.
Are you there? Are you living there currently now?
Am I doing what?
Are you? You said what? I can't hear you. You said what?
I said I'm from Hankleville, Tennessee, honey.
Kevin, that's nice.
Where do you live, sweetheart?
I'm in North Carolina, Burlington.
Oh, Carolina. Okay. I never been there, but so what do you do for work, honey?
Yeah, I said before, I'm a former United States Embassy, but I'm retired. So now I have my home security company. I'm a chief security officer. I'm running the whole company, baby.
Okay.
You got
So
me?
yeah, you just a little hard to understand with all that damn crackling.
I guess you're retired, right? Or are you still working?
Oh no, honey, I'm not still working. I don't have to work. See now, my third husband and I divorced, and I sold the business. Like I told you earlier, my husband and I was the septic tank suction company. We, took all the poop out of the suction out of the septic tanks, and we sold the business after our divorce. And honey, I just don't have to work anymore, honey. I mean, I'm just living a life of luxury all because of a bunch of poop.
How long have you been single?
Well, I've been divorced now for 10 years, but I was dating Bobby down at the KFC, but that was years ago, and I was just seeing him because he gave me free biscuits. So, really, if you look at it, I've been single now for about 5.5 years. What about you, honey?
I'm single for 9 years.
9 years? Good Lord.
Yeah, I've been.
What happened? Were you ever married, honey?
I'm a man who wasn't married and a former relationship before. I'm gonna tell you, man. I lost my job 4 years ago, and I lost my right to cancer 9 years ago.
Oh, you lost your wife to cancer 9 years ago. I'm so sorry, honey.
Okay, baby. My faith in Jesus was what sustained me how through. I had great faith in God, and it was what sustained me. So I can tell you this, baby. I love God so much. I love to find a woman who loves God too.
Oh, you love God. Well, we all love God, honey. Good Lord, good God. Yes, praise Jesus. So what are you? What?
Huh?
What are you looking for in a woman, honey?
I can hear you. Can you what you're saying?
What are you looking for in a woman, honey?
Honesty.
Honesty.
Loyalty. God, honesty, loyalty, love and care.
Honesty, love, and care. Oh, goodness. Well, honesty is really important to me, too, honey. I'm looking for a man who wants to be with me, who wants to spend his life with me, who wants to go to the casino with me, who's going to help me turn my sister in the bed. I mean, I'm looking for a good man, honey.
I can tell you I'm a good man.
Are you a good man, honey?
Yeah, I'm a good man. I'm very honest with you.
Oh,
I'm a good man.
Oh, you're very honest. I'm glad because honesty is important. I got to be honest with you, honey. Honesty is number one, to be honest. Um, so are you? You said you were driving on the way home, honey.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I was thinking, and I know this is kind of sudden because with the COVID and everything. But on Friday, my sister Bardine's coming over with all of her winter pants, and of course, none of them fit. So we're going to have a button readjusting and sewing party. Did you want to come, honey? We're going to have hot dogs.
I would love to, man. But my schedules are always tight, man.
Oh, honey, well, I mean, it's only going to be for like 2 or 3 hours. We just got to move the button 7 or 8 inches over so she can have her winter pants. And, we play some disco music and we have hot dogs from the Costco. And,
I understand, but with the COVID-19 issues now, it's a church in the here. So
oh,
my schedules are very, very tight. Understand that?
Well, honey, I know the COVID's scary. I'm scared of it too. If you're worried, I mean, I got some Q-tips. We can put them up your nose and see if you got it. I got one of them test kits from the dollar store. And we have plastic bags you can put over your head if you're worried about getting COVID. I mean,
I'm going to think about it.
what?
I'm going to think about it and make sure it stays well.
Honey, what's there to think about? I mean, I'm going to be there. My sister Bardine, we're going to have 5 or 7 or 20 pairs of pants and a bunch of buttons, and we're going to, yeah, we're going to have hot dogs. I mean, I could put your hot dog in a separate dish if you don't want to get any kind of corona on your hot dog, honey.
Nice.
So you want to come? I mean, it's only for a few hours, and you can meet me. We can see if there's any chemistry.
Okay, baby, you're going to get some feedback here.
Well, it's up to you if you want to come, honey. I mean, I can come get you at the airport, or we can meet at the bus depot as long as it's still daylight.
Okay, I'll see what I can do over there. Don't you worry. Okay.
So you're gonna come to the button adjusting party, honey?
I don't know yet. I want to give you a good answer, and I'm not gonna make it. You sound nice, understand? So just want to make sure I know I'm doing. I'm gonna give you feedback, so if I'm gonna come or not.
Well, it's on Friday. I mean, like I said, I went to the Costco today, got the hot dogs, and I got the buttons. And what we're basically going to do is just take Bardine's pants because winter's coming, and we're just going to move the buttons, several inches in the big direction, and resew them on. But we make it fun. We have hot dogs, we have Kool-Aid. I could even teach you a few dance moves. And like I said, if you're worried about the COVID, honey, I got plastic bags you can put over your head. You don't got to worry.
Well, I'll see what I'll do.
Well, and we'll be...
I want to like texting on the phone, babe.
What, sweetheart?
I want to texting with me.
What, sweetheart?
Why don't you like texting on the phone? You don't like texting?
I don't. Well, because I don't like to text because I'm an old country woman, honey. I got the arthritis and I only got 3 fingers, so it takes me for damn ever to text.
We can text and we can call. No.
I would rather call on the phone because, like I said, I got 3 damn fingers, honey. I lost the other 6 in a turbine accident back in 1987, and I don't like to text. I dropped the phone. I spilled my tab all over the damn thing. I'd rather just call, honey. I'm an old woman. I'm an old-fashioned woman, honey.
No problem. We'll tell you that.
So what do you like to do for fun, sweetheart? Are you there? Baby. Baby.
All right, so he lost his connection, but he will come back because we won $10,000 at the casino, and he really wants to come to the button party. So thanks everyone for joining us. Appreciate it. Hi everybody. Little P Scambaits, Joe Scambait, awesome channels. Check them out. Thanks for the comments on the shirt. I have an AC/DC shirt as well. I'm a heavy metal rocker type. So yeah. We'll try to call him back. He said he's a Polish doctor or Polish something. I had a hell of a time understanding what he was saying. So we'll see if we can get him back on the phone. He definitely wants the money. So how do people find the actual U.S. Army personnel? So it's a good question. I mean, look, real military guys are not online. You guys rock. Thank you. Real military guys aren't online talking to women. They're not deployed and lonely and needing that. If you have a military profile that you're talking to, you want us to check it out, you can drop it to our inbox on Facebook, Scamming Scammers Action, or you can email it to us, scammingscammers@gmail.com. we can take a look at the profile and see if it's real or not. 90% of the time, the military profiles are fake. You can go to a U.S. Army website and email them your concerns. Most times they will respond to you. Someone from the Army will respond, but make sure it's a legit Army website and not one that's made up by scammers. So let's try calling him again. Let's see if we can get a hold of this guy. He really, really, really wants to come to the party because we have money. There's a lot of scammers on Twitter. There's a lot of them on Instagram. You're right.
Are you there?
He's got bad connection. We'll try to prompt him really quickly, get a hold of him, and see if he'll call back. But yeah, scammers are everywhere. I mean, they're on every site. They're on fan sites. They're on disease like cancer sites. They're on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. So someone asked us the other day, what place is scammer free? And I tell people there is no place that's scammer free. Oh, he's trying to call. Let's try and call him back. Yeah, Joe, I'll take it. He said he just got home and he's going to reconnect his device and call us in a minute. Okay. Yeah, I'll take Joe Scambit. I'll take whatever you got. If you want to drop it over to us, I'll take a look. I haven't done puppy scammers. So wish you would do more stories from people. We do. I actually just interviewed a guy yesterday, a really super nice guy. He was involved with a scammer. Well, actually, his now ex-wife was. And he told her story. I have another lady named Anne who just told her story the other day. I'm working on her video as well. I don't do as many victim stories I'd like to. One of the main issues I have with doing victim stories, it's not that we don't have a lot of them. It's actually where my office is located. I live on an extremely, extremely busy street. And so when I try to record stories, a lot of background noise comes up. So I've been trying to build this like little studio to filter out a lot of the noise. And that's the main reason why I don't do a ton of victim stories is that I just live in a very, very noisy area. So, but I'm working on doing some more victim stories. I'll have another one out in another day or two. I'm just editing it. And she was a victim. She did an actual voice chat with us. And she was a victim of a scammer and then a scammer again. So it's an interesting story. But the story I just did on this one gentleman, very interesting. A lot of twists and turns to his story. So if you haven't listened to it, take a look. It's our latest video that just came out. So they're on all dating sites, unfortunately. Yeah, I've even we have one lady that has been coming to our page for years, and the type of work she does is in the adult industry. I'll say that. She says they get scammers on their actual adult webcam sites and like phone fun sites that she runs. She says we get scammers on there trying to talk to people. It's absolutely crazy. Plenty of Fish. Yeah, I'm on Plenty of Fish as Betty, and we definitely get a lot of scammers on there too. So I've gotten the Social Security scammers that called me too. So Gloria, do you think scammers listen to your program? Probably. They haven't learned anything though, because they keep doing the same crap, same stories, same thing. I don't think they're learning. I mean, we've had scammers listen to our channel. I'm sure a lot of other scam bait channels have too. We get threats from scammers all the time. We get death threats at least once a week from a scammer. I've had scammers come on YouTube and tell me they're going to murder me. They found where I live, all kinds of things. So, yeah. Did anyone have a United Nation doctor working in Kabul, Afghanistan? Ask him to send iTunes cards so he can buy medical books online. Yes. that's a very popular excuse that scammers use. Most times they say they're deployed, they're doctors, orthopedic surgeons, they're in Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan. They're shying away from Iraq. They're kind of going towards more of the Yemen thing now. So yeah, no real person, United Nation doctor or military person is going to need iTunes cards. They're not going to need anything from you. So I check my front doorstep. I don't see anything. It's funny. A couple years ago, we had a scammer that was actually got a hold of. I think I've told the story before, but they actually got a hold of my actual real name and work address. That was a little bit scary, but it is what it is. I mean, when you scam bait people and you do it, that's the consequences. I think the worst that we've gotten is from actual people that watch the channel. I've had people like send me things, and they're not scammers. They're like just trolls, and they've sent me threats and made fun of me and done all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, doesn't affect me any. I just think it's funny that people waste their time on that. So we're gonna try see if we get a hold of this guy again. He says he's gonna call in a minute. And again, he's a I found him on Tagged. He's a Polish doctor. So yeah, keep that in mind. A Polish doctor. Sounds Nigerian, but he's a Polish doctor. I think he's Nigerian. He might be maybe Ivory Coast a little bit. I can't tell the accent's Nigerian, but it's kind of soft. He's very soft spoken. So, but we will try and get a hold of him and see if he can call us back because he definitely wants his money. Tag.com is a social site. It's also owned by the people that own High Five, and it's a social site. It's more of a dating site. You either get one of two people. You get people that are scammers using fake profiles, or you get perverts. So I've been on Tagged for about 6 years now with several profiles. With Betty, I've been on there for 4, and actually Bardeen has a profile on there now too. And it's a weird site. You get fakes, or you get people sending you pictures of their privates. So it's one or the other. But it's just a social site. It's riddled with scammers. There's another site I found recently called Taggy Dating. It's kind of a weird little social site. I was on there for like 5 minutes, and I had over 100 scammers message me with fake profiles. So it's pretty crazy. They do work from internet cafes, of course. That's internet cafes. They work in scam houses where you have a room with 10 people living in it, and they're all on their computers and laptops and phones. So yeah, they do. And then internet cafes, you have to remember they have to pay to be on there. So you have scammers on there as well, but a lot of them work alone too. I've heard a lot of people tell me, oh no, they always work in groups. They don't. A lot of scammers work by themselves. They're very competitive with other scammers, so that's one of the main things they do as well. And I've seen scammers try to steal away victims from another scammer, their clients from another scammer. So it's definitely funny. Yeah, he's a Polish doctor. I'm glad someone in here is Polish, so you'll definitely, if you haven't heard his voice yet, you'll hear him. So we're gonna call him back in a minute and see if we can get him. He said he's recharging. Something about recharging his internet and fixing his internet. So we're going to try and call him back in a minute. So if you guys want to hang out, I'm going to talk as Betty, but I'm going to grab some water because I didn't bring enough. My water glass is totally empty and I'm getting a dry throat. So you guys want to hang out for just a minute? I'll be right back. And then we'll try calling this guy back. So give me like 30 seconds to get some water. I'll be right back, guys. Appreciate you waiting. I never do this, but I definitely need some water. Yes, anyone can use Google voicemail. I'll explain in just a second. Be right back. Okay, we're back with water, and we're going to try and call this scammer in a minute, see what he's doing. If you guys have any numbers you want me to call, let's talk about me while I'm gone. Drop some numbers. You're welcome to do so. I'll try to call. I appreciate it. I was super thirsty. So, little piece scabbaze. I had a lengthy text in which the scammer mixed me up with another victim. He was like, "Oops, wrong chat." I've had ones where I'm pretending to be Bardeen and pretending to be Betty, and he's saying the same things to both of us. Ann and myself have had chats with scammers, both as single ladies, and we've had them say the same thing almost at the same time. They copy and paste the same crap to each other. So Ann is telling on me. I do. So we're waiting on the scammer, so we'll share a little bit about ourselves. I'm a notorious neat freak. My office, my house, everything is like immaculate. I'm very meticulous about cleaning, and so when I come visit Anne, I go through her cupboards, and I think it was like the second day I was there. I was so jet lagged. I went and cleaned her whole cupboards out. I reorganized everything. Like my pantry, everything is organized by alphabetical order by what it is. So it's just something I do. And so when I come to see Anne, it's a joke that she doesn't organize her cupboards. And then when I come over, that's the first thing I do is organize the cupboards. So I don't know why people. I've had a lot of people on YouTube message me. They think I'm like some kind of redneck, like gun-toting, fishing, hunting idiot or something. Like there's anything wrong with hunting or fishing, but I'm not like that at all. So I don't know why people think that about me. I've had people message me and tell me I'm like a total barbarian and just a redneck and tobacco chewing, and I'm like, no. I grew up in the LA area. I grew up in California. So it's kind of funny that people think that about me. I'm just completely the opposite of that. And it surprised me when people said that about me. I was like, no. I'm a very neat, clean person. I'm very neat, organized. I'm the type that brings a shopping list when I go to the store, and it's all alphabetized. And yeah, it's weird. People have a weird perception of who I am, and they have no clue. But yeah, I grew up in California. I grew up in LA, and that's just. I'm just different. I'm just not a redneck. Nothing wrong with being one, but I'm just not one. Let's try calling this man back here. He wants our money. His voicemail. I'll give him a couple more minutes and see if he calls. He said he's home and he just needs a few minutes, so we'll try to call him. Sure. Try calling this other one.
subscriber you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.